everyone, and welcome to Creative Sessions, Hearts and Flowers on Birdhouses and Wood. I'm Kelly Kraft, Program Manager at Gilda's Club Quad Cities, and we'll hold these creative sessions weekly during this need for social distancing. You can sign up to attend these and all of our other programs via Zoom at our website, gildasclubqc.org/calendar. We are live with Pamela Crouch, Executive Director of Living Proof Exhibit, and I will let her take it away.
Thanks, Kelly. Okay, so hearts and flowers. Let's see. We talked a little bit previously about some of the birdhouses that we've been working on, Make Hope Soar, the birdhouse project. There's still plenty of time. If you are interested in participating, we even have some birdhouses available. But when I started painting birdhouses, when I was first diagnosed in 2008, really didn't have much of a artistic background. Still really don't, but that's just our secret. But what I did know how to do was just make hearts and flowers. You can see I put hearts all over here, and then on the front, there it goes a little closer. Those are just the simple little flowers. I even put them on the back, and what we're going to do is use the back of a paintbrush to make the heart. Now, I have a lot of paintbrushes around and different sizes of paintbrushes. You might not have paintbrushes at home, and that's okay too. The back end of a pen or anything that has a round tip to it that is big enough to hold paint will work. Let's work on the hearts first. So I just have acrylic paint. I have craft paint that you can buy at any of the craft stores. However, if you don't have craft paint, take a look at your house paint. What do you have? Do you have acrylic house paint? It'll work. For hearts, sure. Hearts usually are red, or in this case, I put pink on these. But if you happen to have blue acrylic paint at home, or you have purple acrylic paint at home, or any color, there are no rules as to what color your hearts need to be. I put a little dab on my fancy palette, which frankly is the top of a margarine tub. And this is simple enough to do with kids. Mother's Day is coming up. This is just a little piece of wood. We've ordered some things in and they came in on wood. I'm going to dip back of my pen, my paintbrush, into my paint and made a little dot. And you can see it. I'm going to make another one really close together. Then what I'm going to do is draw the paint down and fill it in. And there's a heart. That's easy. I mean, that was that easy. Now, some people take the back end of their paintbrush and make it and pull it down. You don't have to do that. Just take this. But notice I dipped each time I wanted to make a little dot. Because let me show you what happens if you don't double dip. It becomes smaller. That's perfectly fine too. It does make your heart a little off kilter. Quite frankly, sometimes I feel a little off kilter, so sometimes those hearts are going to be that way. That's all it is. 2 little dots and a little drag. Do it one more time. So have a dot. Make sure you've got plenty of paint on that bottom of that, either the paintbrush or the pen, and then drag them together. Oops, see, I didn't quite get enough on there. Drag them together and fill in the blanks. That's how you make a heart with the bottom of a paintbrush, the other end of a paintbrush. Usually we use this end. This time we're using this end. If you don't have a paintbrush, once again, grab something, a pen or a pencil, and it works. The back end of it. Do it if you have a pencil that the erasers kind of don't work very well. You can use those. Mother's Day is coming up, folks. You can put hearts on lots of things. As a matter of fact, I know we talked about doing it on wood, but I picked up some gravel out of the yard. We have an old road outside. Let's see what happens. I'm going to just do that same technique. Now this is not a treated rock or anything. All I did was just do this. I'm going to toss it back outside. We'll let you know. If you don't treat your paint after, if you want it to go outside and you don't treat it, it'll wash off because it's acrylic and it's water soluble. Um, so I can go ahead and spray this or paint it with a sealant of some kind. There's a variety of them. If you don't have it, it's okay. Just put these out on a sunny day. Let people pick them up. Take them home. You can kind of surprise people by picking up rocks. Literally, I'm going to toss these back out in the road, and people will be happy and surprised with it. You can paint little hearts on terracotta flower pots. Just put them around the rim. Again, perfect Mother's Day gift. If you have birdhouses, they make terrific little shingles. You can cover anything with this hearts. Very, very simple. Let me show you how to make the flowers. Again, very simple. I'm going to use, I still like this one. I'm going to still use the back end of this paintbrush, and I'm dipping it in just a blue acrylic, and I'm going to make a circle. Do 5 of these, do 3 of these. There's a big variety. Each time I'm dipping it in because I kind of want my circles to be the same size. Now you have beginnings with a little flower. This keeps your kids occupied for a long time if you want to do this. I'm going to dip, I happen to have yellow. My yellow is a little old, so we'll see how well this works. I'm going to give it a little center. Put the yellow dot right in the center. And kind of see it. Okay, so there's a little yellow dot in there. Trust me on this. That's what I did. These flowers. And you can see sometimes the dot got pretty big in the middle. I had a little fan on these. And I went back in and let's see. Oh yeah, my lighting is so good. You can see this perfectly. But there's a little bit of an accent in there. If you look at the back of this one, what I did was I painted green. And then I added little tiny dots. So it sort of looks like a lilac bush. Smaller dots are going to look more like some of your spring flowers. Bigger dots are going to look more like your summer flowers. I don't know what kind of flower this yellow is. 3 dots. Then I added green stems. I have paint brushes so I can add the green stem, but you can still do this with a paint back end again. You can still paint with the back of anything. So I have a little bit of a stem there. What else can you do with these? I have birdhouse that fell apart. So I went ahead and made a little sign. So it is my happy place. It's going to go out in my garden. You can see all I did was just add a couple of little hearts. I'll shellac it later. And I used twine to hold it up. What if you had something at home and you want to make a little sign, broken jewelry? This chain would be great to hang something from. These little baubles, you can add those to them. If you look at the little sign, all I did was just attach. These are the little hooks that you usually get in your wire hanging kits for pictures. I used magic marker. I also hand painted lettering before, but I thought, let's see what happens if it's just a magic marker or a Sharpie or something. And then I did add twine. It's gonna go in my garden. And then I just added, I keep lifting this up, just little things that are going to, this is going to go against my garden gate. So they're just going to make little noise when I open the gate up. I am going to, you can see I have rocks of all sizes. So I am just going to paint a few more of these on some of the hearts. I'm not going to go and spray paint these or anything. I'm just going to have the heart that's going to go out in the gravel road out front so people can pick them up and take them with them. You can see, what else can you paint on? Let's say you have some glassware. I showed you previously how to use glassware to make vases. Makes a great little gift that if you want to take some paint and paint on that, then you can do that. These are gifts. These can be things for you to do at home. If you don't have red paint, again, doesn't matter. Your hearts can be any color you want them to be. They can be pinks and purples and greens and blues and whatever color. And then they can be, look, a little heart on a rock. We're going to be getting a lot of homemade Mother's Day gifts this year because people just aren't out. They're the best. I still have so many of the gifts from my kids. If you don't have a sealant and you do want to make a gift, don't worry about it. If it washes off of a bottle, you can just make it again and do something else for the next time. You can just keep reusing these. This is a very, very simple little technique, hearts and flowers, with using either the back of your paintbrush, the back of a pen or pencil. You don't even need a paintbrush. You do need paint. So hopefully you have some either craft paint at home or look around if you've recently painted something. Now, if you use exterior paint and you want to make something for outside, you don't have to seal it. It's just kind of a helpful little thing. That's all there is. I do hope that you will join us in Make Hope Soar, the Birdhouse Project, and that you can just pick up a little birdhouse or check out our website, livingproofexhibit.org, for information about the birdhouse. We have some available complimentary. If we have to, with social distancing, we have to figure out a way to get them to you, but we're happy to do that. livingproofexhibit@gmail.com. Just email us if you have questions about the Birdhouse Project. Otherwise, go out, pick up some gravel, paint some hearts on them, hide them around places. It's a little treat for people to find as they're walking. Get ready and start painting some Mother's Day gifts. Frankly, this is a great time for you to start working on Christmas gifts too, because when grandparents finally get together with their grandkids, we are going to smother them with hugs and kisses, but also it'll be terrific that now your kids are making some things, and they can just, if they can hold a pen or a pencil, or if you can guide them with a pen, pencil, or a paintbrush, they can make these. And if they're off kilter a little bit and the hearts or the flowers are a little wonky, then we'll love them just as much. That's it. I hope that you enjoy making hearts and flowers on pretty much anything and everything. Enjoy. Hi, Kelly. We're done.
Well, thank you so much, Pamela. That was really awesome. And I think those are some things that could really bring joy to people right now. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.